Previously on the F1 2022 Equal Car Championship. 5 lights getting ready. We are ready to start the 2022 season, and it is lights out and away we go. Hamilton is going to go ahead of Max Verstappen as he jumps him in the pits. This could be a game-changing right now in terms of this Grand Prix. But into the final corner, it is looking like Lewis Hamilton is unstoppable today as he wins the round 1 of 2022, and Lewis Hamilton wins the 2022 Bahrain Grand Prix for Mercedes. Hello everybody and welcome back to my F1 2022 Equal Car Championship, and thank you all so much for the support on the first episode. I'm so glad you guys are enjoying it so far, and if you want to see more, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to see more videos just like this one. With that being said, let's take a look at the standings going into race 2 in Saudi Arabia. The driver standings look like this. No surprise, but Lewis Hamilton is in the lead with Max Verstappen in P2, followed by Daniel Ricciardo, Yuki Tsunoda, Sebastian Vettel, Lance Stroll, Lando Norris, George Russell in the Williams finished in P8 last race, Mick Schumacher in the Haas finished in P9, and to round out the top 10 we have Carlos Sainz. From 11 to 20 we have Pierre Gasly, Bottas, Perez, Leclerc, Nikita Mazepin, Antonio Giovinazzi, Esteban Ocon, Nicholas Latifi, Fernando Alonso, and Kimi Raikkonen. In the constructor standings, we have Mercedes on top, surprise, surprise, with 26 points, all coming from Lewis Hamilton, followed by McLaren, Red Bull, Aston Martin, AlphaTauri, Williams, Haas, Ferrari, Alfa Romeo, and Alpine. And off the grid. Now it is time for the race in Saudi Arabia.
Welcome to the Jeddah Street Circuit for what we hope is going to be a gripping day of racing. It's time to get underway as we join the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. An interesting circuit this one, the newest on the Formula One calendar, and like most street circuits, it's sure to present the drivers with an interesting technical challenge. Some challenging turns for the drivers to negotiate as well, and at the same time they're going to have to manage their tyres very carefully in this heat. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
There are 3 main things to worry about there, Crofty. Positioning, awareness and discipline. First, you have to put your car in a bit of space and make sure you have room to react to what the others are doing. Then you have to watch your mirrors and listen to the sounds around you to get a sense of where everyone is. And finally, just don't get too greedy. Just because a gap exists doesn't always mean you should go for it.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Perez, Lando Norris and Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, Vettel, Russell and Carlos Sainz, Raikkonen, Gasly, Daniel Ricciardo and Ocon, Giovinazzi, Mick Schumacher, Lance Stroll and Yuki Tsunoda, Latifi and Nikita Mazepin. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
We got the 5 lights coming on right now to start the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix in Jeddah, and Lewis Hamilton is starting at the pole position, and lights out and away we go. Lewis Hamilton gets a good jump off the line, but so does Max Verstappen, and he's going to be taking a 3 wide between Bottas, Hamilton and Verstappen into turn 1 with Bottas in the on the inside, Hamilton in the middle and Verstappen on the outside. We are still 3 wide. Now we're 2 wide between Hamilton and Verstappen. It's looking like Max Verstappen is going to take the lead into lap 1 in Jeddah, followed by Hamilton, Bottas, Perez, Norris battling Charles Leclerc, and Lando Norris has no front wing, and he is holding up the entire rest of the grid from 5th all the way down to 20th. Is a train right now right behind Lando Norris. Why are they not passing him? Do they not know that he can? Come on, Charles. Fernando, you can pass him. Yellow flags are not out. I don't know what they're doing. Or is Lando just holding them all up? This is something. I've never seen this happen before. Oh, George Russell gets through. to get up into 5th place. Brilliant move by George Russell on the outside there, I guess. Good for him to move up there. But Alonso and Leclerc are still both not passing Lando Norris, as he is completely parking it right now on the apexes of every single corner. You'd think that they would be able to get around them. I don't know why they're not. We take a look at George Russell now. We're back to Lando Norris over here, and he's still parking it in front of everybody. This is going to cause a massive incident, isn't it? Oh, Sebastian Vettel almost clipped the wall right there. That is insane. So are they not going to pass these guys? I don't know what I'm watching right now, but Verstappen, Hamilton, Bottas, Perez, and Russell are way up there. It's looked like they're going 3 wide right now. We got Leclerc, Alonso, I believe that is Lance Stroll up into 3 wide. This is absolutely insane, and there's still a massive train 2 by 2 behind Lando Norris right now in the end of lap 1, and everybody else is like a 5-second gap ahead of these guys. I don't know how this managed to happen. Lando Norris is now coming into the pits, and now we have Leclerc and Alonso going side by side heading into turn 1, and Sebastian Vettel is making it. Ooh, I thought he was going to make it 3 wide right there, but he really didn't. But we're having a great battle at the front of this midfield right now. I don't know what happened to Lando Norris. I guess he lost his front wing into turn 1. He held up everybody, and now we got Leclerc and Alonso going side by side for pretty much all of Sector 1 right now. This is some great racing between the former and future of Ferrari pretty much. And Alonso gets out ahead of Leclerc. Wow, I did not think that was going to happen. Great move there for Fernando. Going down the grid, we're on to Pierre Gasly right now, Giovinazzi, Esteban Ocon, Mick, Latifi, followed by Tsunoda. Bottas and Perez must have had wing damage. They both came into pit. Surprised the TV director didn't show us that. But Max Verstappen at the end of lap 1 is in the lead. Now going on to lap 4 over here, Fernando Alonso with DRS and Charles Leclerc with DRS going to be battling each other going into turn 1, entering lap 5 now. Looks like Leclerc has got a very good slipstream on Alonso. Can he go to the outside? Yes, he does. Looks like he's going to make the move and get ahead of the Spaniard driver and former Ferrari driver Fernando Alonso. Good move there from Charles Leclerc onto the end of lap 5. Looks like Fernando Alonso is going to be making the same move that Leclerc made on him on the previous lap. Let's see if he gets in the slipstream, and can he get the move done on Charles Leclerc? It's looking like he is going to get the move done on Charles Leclerc. Right on the outside, not as surefire as it was before, but here we go. Great move onto the inside of Fernando Alonso over here. They're going once again side by side into Sector 1, just like we saw on lap 2, or was it lap 3? Not really too sure. But Alonso down the outside of that corner and gets the move done once again. Brilliant move there. Now on to lap 6. Leclerc's got the slipstream and DRS on Fernando Alonso. Going to make the move into the final corner, not the first corner of the lap. Oh no, he is going to be making it into probably the first corner over here as he gets slipstream, but do not count out Sebastian Vettel, who's got an excellent slipstream on Charles Leclerc right now. Are they going to go 3 wide into turn 1? This could not end well. Oh, and Sebastian Vettel does think better of it, but Leclerc gets out ahead of Fernando Alonso onto lap 7 here. Brilliant racing for them. Now we have Sebastian Vettel and Fernando Alonso going side by side once again in turn 1. This is some great racing between the two veteran drivers, and Alonso's gone. And Fernando Alonso has gone side by side throughout turn 1 in this whole Sector 1 so many times already. Now onto lap 10, we got Leclerc right onto the back of George Russell over here. Looks like he's going to make a move going into the final corner. Same with Sebastian Vettel. Are they going to... Oh, he thought about going 3 wide as well. Sebastian Vettel is on some sort of domination path right now. He's having a pretty good season so far. Finished P5 in the first race in Bahrain. And George Russell does come into the pit. So does Sebastian Vettel and Fernando Alonso right now. So Leclerc has clean air to try to push and get an undercut on all these drivers. Speaking of undercut, look at Lance Stroll right now onto lap 11, making a move on Charles Leclerc. That Aston Martin has some great pace today, and he gets the move done before the final corner. That is something that I did not think I was going to say. Looks like both are going to come into the pits right now. Verstappen and Hamilton just boxed as well. They came out ahead, but now Lance and Charles are coming into the pits onto lap 11 for their one and only pit stop. I wonder what's going to happen here. Hopefully they have both some good pit stops. Lance Stroll looks like he has a good stop. He's held up just a little bit by some of the back markers. Same with Charles Leclerc, held up by all 3 of them as well. And he gets out right behind Lance Stroll, which isn't that bad. I mean, that's where he came out. But let's see what happens when they come back into the midfield right here. Looks like Lance Stroll does Sebastian Vettel. He does undercut Lance Stroll, and he undercuts Charles Leclerc. So does Kimi Räikkönen and Daniel Ricciardo. Looks like boxing a lap earlier really helped out, but there's some great battles right now between the Aston Martins. Same with the McLaren and Alfa Romeos back there. Love to see all these guys. And Fernando Alonso and Charles Leclerc, just like in the beginning of the race, are pretty much back to back in this Grand Prix once again. There is so much going on right now. This midfield is absolutely crazy. And Fernando Alonso on to lap 19. Looks like he's going to make a move on Charles Leclerc once again. These guys can just battle it out all race, and I'd be completely fine with this. This is some great racing between these two. And it looks like everybody's just got the DRS and slipstream right now. I don't know if there's a slower driver in front just holding everybody up, but Alonso's going on the outside of Charles Leclerc, and Sebastian Vettel's going around the outside of Daniel Ricciardo. What's going to happen here? We do not know at all what's going to happen, but this is intense. Leclerc's on the outside, so is Daniel Ricciardo of Sebastian Vettel. Leclerc's on the outside of Fernando Alonso here. And there's still, once again, these two are side by side going into Sector 1, and Alonso makes the move on the outside once again on Charles Leclerc. We've seen him do that multiple times today. On to lap 22 right now. It looks like Valtteri Bottas is in P16, and I believe he has an engine failure. Oh, that is quite unfortunate for the Finnish driver right now. He did not get a point in the first race. He's not going to get a point in the second race. That is quite unfortunate for him. Now on to lap 25 in the final lap of the Grand Prix. Max Verstappen is leading the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, followed by Lewis Hamilton in P2. A great showing from Aston Martin right now. It has Lance Stroll and Sebastian Vettel in P3 and P4. Daniel Ricciardo is into P5, Raikkonen P6, Alonso P7, Leclerc P8, Gasly P9, and Giovinazzi P10. But coming to the line, we have Max Verstappen to take his first win of the season, to win the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. But there was some great battles going on in the top 10 right now. We got Kimi Raikkonen getting chased by Fernando Alonso and Charles Leclerc. It's looking like Fernando Alonso is going to be making the move going into the final corner for P6 right now. Maybe I don't know if they're going to have an incident or something, but maybe Leclerc can capitalize on this as well, as he almost makes a dive bomb down the inside over here. Not sure what's going to happen. Oh, and Kimi Raikkonen actually defends and keeps his P6. We got a photo finish drag race to the line between Yuki Tsunoda, Carlos Sainz, Nicholas Latifi, and all these guys. It was a very close finish here, and that is the end of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. What a race we had. What a race.
So Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
I really feel the track layout combined with the track temperatures we saw today suited their car. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature, and the driver did a great job managing that as well. They just look so comfortable out there. It's like anything, it always looks so easy when it all just clicks.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everyone at the team.
And at the end of round 2, your driver standings look like this. We have Lewis Hamilton in P1 with 44 points, 1 point ahead of Max Verstappen in P2, with Daniel Ricciardo P3, Lance Stroll P4, followed by Sebastian Vettel, Yuki Tsunoda, Kimi Raikkonen, Fernando Alonso, Lando Norris, and George Russell in the top 10. From 11 to 20, we have Charles Leclerc, Pierre Gasly, Mick Schumacher, followed by Carlos Sainz, Esteban Ocon, Valtteri Bottas, Sergio Perez, Giovinazzi, and Nikita Mazepin have yet to score a point. In the Constructors' Championship, Mercedes is leading Red Bull once again by 1 point. Both of their second drivers have not scored a single point all season. Mercedes leading with 43 points, and Red Bull and Aston Martin are tied with 43 points for P2, with McLaren in P4, AlphaTauri P5, Alfa Romeo doing pretty well, good in P6, Alpine P7, Ferrari not looking too good in P8, Williams P9, and Haas in dead last.